That's hit deep into left, and that's out of here. Safe. Festus is going to be receiving the football to begin things, as Country Day will be kicking off from their own 40-yard line, and Festus will have that dangerous kick returner back in Mr. Ruffin, number 22. That would be Jordan. Kicking the ball off for Country Day is number 20, Foster Bundy. Festus on offense will be going left to right on their radio dial, and Country Day right to left. And here we go with the opening kickoff of the 2009 season here at Tigers Stadium, and it is a short kick to the far side. It'll be taken by one of the up men for the Tigers. Brings it across the 30-yard line, has some room as he cuts across the middle, and is brought down near that 33-yard line or so.
Got some decent field position here for the Tigers to start the first drive of the year.
Can't argue that. Can't argue that. And it looks like they'll mark that ball down right at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, Festus, here as we get it started. Sean Crump, this third year and as the starting quarterback, brings his team out, and he'll split two receivers off to the near side. One of them, the tight end, Cody Roberts, and the other one is, once again, Jordan Ruffin. Under center, and now backing it up out of the shotgun is Sean Crump. Crump takes the snap, looks to the near side, and swings it quickly to Ruffin. Breaks a tackle at the 35-yard line, rumbles ahead of the 40, and finally is stopped, but near the 40-yard line, and a pretty good pickup there on that short pass play.
I'll tell you what, he had about 7 Country Day Rams hanging all over him. He wasn't about to go down. Kept his feet moving, a lot of will there.
Festus gains about 8 yards, it looks like, on that first reception. And to bring up 2nd down and about 2 as they line it up just shy of the 40. And again, Jordan Ruffin making things happen that time on that short pass reception from Crump as he continues out of the shotgun. 2 receivers split off to the far side. On the near side, there's one. Roberts is now on the line in that's tight end position. Festus trying to run out of that shotgun formation, and after getting hit in the backfield but continuing forward, a nice pickup by Ruffin. Brings it up to the 45-yard line. That's about a 5-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Emma City S did a great job reading the play and was there. Ruffin just had great eyes and cut back across the grain and found a little open area and made something out of it.
He is so quick. For not being a big kid as far as height is concerned, he is just so fast and agile.
Well, he's built low to the ground. He's got a low center of gravity. He's got real nice balance.
Crump out of the gun once more. He gets the snap from Probst, hands off to the first man through. A couple of yards picked up there, up to the 50-yard line. Solid forward progress picked up there by the ball carrier, and I believe they gave that one to Stevenson. Check that, number 21, actually. That's Zach Maddox. So Zach Maddox picks up about, looks to be about 6 yards. Solid pickup.
Nice run.
He's into Country Day territory at around the 49-yard line. Festus lined up on the right hash mark as they look towards the Country Day side of the football field. Crump takes the snap, hands off to the first man through. That's again is Maddox. He's upended shy of the 1st down marker. Will pick up about 2 yards. He has to get to the 45-yard line in Country Day territory. He stopped at just short of the 44.
I'll tell you what, Festus is not afraid or intimidated. They're coming off the football and coming right at Country Day.
9 minutes, 40 seconds remain in this first quarter. Festus has kept the ball on the ground since that opening play in which they threw the quick pass to Ruffin.
It'll be interesting to see what they do on 3rd and short here.
4 receivers, 2 to each side. Light rain falling here at Festus, and they're going to give it to the first back through, and good second progress that time by Maddox, and he may have gotten the 1st down as he extended the football as he was tackled right at the 45-yard line, which got him to about the 44.
Yep.
They got it. Quick look, and he got about the 2 yards that he needed for the first down. Festus moves the chains. 1st and 10 on the Rams 44. So far, so good for the Tigers on this opening drive. Started on their own 33. Crump takes the snap and hands off to Ruffin. Spins away from a tackler, but couldn't go much further after that. That's a lot of movement for only about a yard.
Yeah, maybe a couple.
Might have gotten 2 on that one. It'll be 2nd down and a long 8. Country Day using a 4-4 defense. Moving guys in and out of there. But so far, they have been unable to stop the Tigers in some key situations. 2 receivers split off to the left side, 1 to the right. Crump's going to throw on the flat. Finds Ruffin in the open field for a moment. Breaks the tackler. Continues ahead. Inside the 40-yard line. Brought down at about the 37.
Again, Country Day had him dead to rights there for little to no gain, and he put a nice move on the kid and picked up about 6-7 extra yards.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3. That last pass good for about 5 yards to Ruffin as he's caught the 2 pass completions by Sean Crump so far. Festus looks again at a somewhat short field. 3rd down and roughly about 2.5. Crump will take the snap once again. He gives the ball to Maddock. He breaks 1 tackler, still on his feet off the left side. He gets pushed out of bounds, but not before picking up 1st down yardage inside the MICDS 35-yard line. They mark him down around the 34.
I'm really impressed so far what I see with both of these backs from Festus. They break tackles and they get yards after the initial contact.
So far, it's been an offense that has been chewing up the clock as well as getting positive yards. More running plays out of this spread formation that Festus has installed. 3 receivers split off to the near side. As Crump gets the snap, hands it off again to Maddox. He's hitting the backfield, still on his feet. He gets upended by number 54 for the Country Day Rams after a pickup of a couple of yards. Nice tackle in there by Chris Hemans. Flipped him end over end for the most part. A pickup of about 3 by Maddox. Or Zach Maddox, excuse me. They originally had him listed at number 43 and then changed it to 21 as we got that just prior to the game.
He's proven already he's one you're going to have to wrap up because he'll get yards after contact.
Another pass in the flat, incomplete, over the head of the intended receiver, trying to get that one out to number 27. I don't believe there's a 27 on the roster.
Doesn't help as much, does it?
No, it doesn't. And I know they got new uniforms this year, and it was a work in progress to try to get the rosters together, which came kind of at the last minute.
Right. Here's our first 3rd and long situation we've seen out of Festus.
But hey, it happens. Beginning of the season, not everything works the way it's supposed to.
I hear you loud and clear.
Light rain continues to fall, almost a drizzle as Crump is looking to throw, rolls out to the right, and he throws incomplete. Threw behind his intended receiver, trying to get that one out there to 27.
Here's going to be an interesting call here. I know they've got a pretty good field goal kicker. I don't know if this is within his range or not. Punting probably won't do you a whole lot of good unless you can get it inside the 10 or so. That's one of these, they may just take a shot here.
Now they're looking at the ball marked at about the 31-yard line, and that is a pretty long kick from there, probably about 48 yards or so.
Yeah, and we are. So we're either going to look for a conversion attempt here, or they're going to quick kick.
Yeah, they're going for it. And it looks like we might get a timeout. Festus, I think, wants to talk it over on this 4th down and 7 play. We'll take a timeout. We'll bring it back here in 60 seconds. No score, but Festus driving, but trying to convert on 4th down when we return on 1400 KJFF. 4th down and 7. Festus going for it out of the shotgun with an empty backfield is Sean Crump. Backs up, looking to throw. Some pressure applied. Slings it over the middle, incomplete. And good pressure applied by number 38 of Country Day, Michael Shearer, the defensive end. Had almost a clean run almost, I mean, it was nobody there to block him whatsoever, and Festus has to cough it up.
I think they're looking at a middle screen there, and something wasn't quite right. Whoever's the intended receiver, got caught up in the trash here a little bit, and he couldn't find it.
So Country Day now takes over on offense after Festus fails on a 4th down play from the NICDS 31-yard line. And now it is the Rams in contention, and they bring out their offense for the first time. Shearbolts is in a quarterback at a quick throw to the right side. Some room there for a moment. Dodging tacklers and first down yardage picked up near the Festus their own 45-yard line. Mark them down at about the 47. Solid pickup of about 17 yards on that little catch and run.
Yeah, that's that quick hitch that those spread teams love, and they send all the linemen out and get in front of them. Big gain for them, and they're going no huddle here.
Shearer finds his receiver as he gets the start at the quarterback position. He's got 2 running backs back with him, and that being Shearer and Johnson. And a delayed handoff up the middle to Johnson. He's got some room and finally brought down, grabbing the jersey and hanging on for Festus, number 62. And then finally some help came over to help bring him down. That was Shadowins with the initial hit, but still about a 5-yard pickup there by Johnson. 2nd down and 5 for Country Day as they're quickly into Festus territory at the 48-yard line. They get the 47. Out of the gun once again, Shearholz. And Festus drawn offside by the count. That's our first flag of the ball game.
That'll be almost enough for a first down. It's going to be real close.
Festus jumps off sides.
Press box immediately.
And let's see how far they get on this penalty. It's going to be really close. If it's not a first down, it's going to be 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd and a few inches.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Country Day take a shot here with the, it looks like they're going to get the first down after all.
All right. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Country Day at the Festus 43. No score here in the first quarter of play with under 6 minutes to go. Festus trying to time the snap. Here's a throw into the flat, incomplete. Came to the near side and over the head and off the fingertips of Michael Shearer. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
They had a little swing pass going there, and the receiver did a nice job blocking the corner, and fortunate for Festus that he did drop it. He had some room there that he caught it.
2nd down and 10 for the Rams. KJFF Game of the Week, Ryan Reinheimer, Joel Critchlow here at Festus Tiger Stadium. No score with 5:52 to play in the first. Shearholz out of the gun once again, hands off, up the middle. Shearer coming near side, then back up the middle and through. Gets plenty of yardage, brought down inside the Festus 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down at about the 27.
Nice hard run, about a 13-yard gain there. Kids from MICDS are running hard just like the kids from Festus. We've seen some good show of running backs tonight.
First down yardage once again for Country Day. And again, they're going no huddle. Shearholz out of the shotgun. Rolls to the right side, looking to pass, throws short, incomplete. Intended receiver number 81, Nick Theodoro, but well short. And again, with the drizzle and rain coming down, probably making the football a little slick. After that incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Officials timeout as they are talking it over. Looks like they had the football lined up in the wrong spot. They get that corrected. Again, 2 running backs joining Shearholz in the backfield.
That's the showing blitz here.
Shearholz looks to the sideline to get the updated play just to make sure everything's on the up and up. Gets the snap, and a delayed handoff up the middle, and breaking one tackle, finally tripped up. Brought down shy of the first down, but still positive yards picked up there by Johnson.
I think you're right. It is looking a little slick out there. We're seeing some kids starting to slide around a little bit. What a lot of these spread teams will do is they'll signal in the formation. The quarterback will look over and they'll audible at the line of scrimmage after the offensive coordinator has checked out the set.
It's about a 5-yard pickup for Johnson, 3rd and 5 coming up. Festus needs a nice stop here. Let's see what the Tiger defense can accomplish. And taking the snap and breaking tackles in the backfield, finally coming near side, tripped up, but brought down near the first down line, I should say. I think he got past it. Looks like he's brought down near the 15-yard line.
Festus did a very nice job there stopping the rush at the point of attack. But, you know, those backside ends and linebackers, it's week one. They want to make a play. They got out of position a little bit and allowed the quarterback to cut back across the screen and make a nice game.
That was Engel who lined up as the quarterback. He's actually the tight end, but he ran that one pretty well. Here's Johnson following a lead blocker right side, trying to get to the corner. Brought down by a host of Festus Tiger defenders.
Nice pursuit there.
Number 40 and 27 in on that. 27 is the player that we don't know who that is. Nick Queen was in on that tackle as well, number 40. And again, we hope to find out who number 27 is at some point. He's been in there a lot on offense and just helped out on a nice tackle on defense. No gain on that last run by Johnson. 2nd down at 10. Ball is actually on the 12-yard line. Shearholes looking to the pass, throws over the middle, incomplete, and Cody Roberts trapped the ball, diving for it. Almost picked it off, but was a little bit shy of getting underneath that ball. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd down.
The defense wasn't fooled there. They had all receivers out well covered.
3:57 remaining in the first quarter. No score between Festus and Country Day. After Festus had a nice drive the first time around, the Rams are now knocking on the door. Shearholes again in the backfield. Out of the shotgun, takes the snap, rolls back, throws into the flat near side. Some room up the middle, following his lead blocker, number 44, and he gets down near the end zone. He will score. It will be a touchdown. Just a pass on the inside, and Mark Holcamp takes it in for the score.
That's what folks refer to as either the Miami or jailbreak screen. They'll bring that wide receiver right down the line of scrimmage towards the center and hit him on the run. He'll just get in behind those linemen, and he made hay on that one.
So it is Country Day scoring on the very first possession for them. Trying to convert here on this extra point attempt. Back to kick is Harry Freeman. And they lose the snap. Coming near side is the holder, and he has nowhere to go. So the extra point is no good. 6-0 Country Day on top of Festus. Back in 1 minute for the kickoff after this on KJFF. Here it's 6-0 Country Day on top of Festus with 3:49 remaining in the first as the Rams get set to kick off to the Tigers once again. High end-over-end kick. It will be taken by Ruffin near the 15-yard line, moving to the left side, trying to look for some blockers. Up the sideline, cuts it back in, tripped up near midfield, just across the 40-yard line to the 41. Good return, good field position.
Well, he came right up the middle there, and in his peripheral vision saw that daylight to the outside, and he's built real low to the ground and can shift real suddenly. He's got good vision, changed directions real quick. They made something happen. Nice job.
1st and 10 Festus on their own 41. We get another break before too long. We'll have a possible update coming from Stuart McMillan in the Festus-Fox matchup, or excuse me, the Fox-DeSoto matchup. Crump out of the shotgun, gets the snap, hands off, and hit in the backfield, and now switching direction, escaping one man to the left side, and then cuts up the middle of the field towards the left sideline and is knocked out of bounds near first down yardage. My goodness, Maddox, how did he escape?
I don't know. You know, we've said it time and time again already this evening. You better take him down on the first try because he doesn't stop moving his feet.
Zach Maddox, or Maddox as they call him, gains about 8 yards when it looked like he was going to be hit in the backfield for about a 3 or 4 yard loss.
Yeah, and he's just a kid that didn't give up on the play.
No flags on that play as well. Sometimes when you switch positions and shift fields like that, you can catch some of your linemen with holding calls, but that didn't work out there. Positive for the Tigers. Here's Crump going to run it himself. Left side, has some room, first down yardage, and gets to the 45-yard line.
Sean Crump with the keeper.
That's just
And
little
good
lead
yardage
quarterback draw there, and Crump's a dangerous one. He's got some speed if he gets in the open.
He did run for over 600 yards last year, so he is certainly capable of running, and it looked like he may have coughed up the ball. And Country Day recovered a fumble by Sean Crump at the Country Day 45-yard line.
Yeah, Festus didn't need that right now.
No, certainly not. Festus fumbles the football, and Crump gives it back to Country Day with excellent field position on their own 45-yard line. Fumbled the football after he had that first down run. There's where the changes can take place.
Yeah, it's especially week one, early on in the season. It's just, what do you do now? The kids got to keep their chins up and just keep playing and put it behind them quickly and keep focused.
Meanwhile, Shearhole's back as the quarterback, brings the pass near side to Johnson in the flat. Passes up one man and is brought down right at the 50-yard line. He's going to pick up about 5 yards.
I'll tell you what, they had a big old tackle coming out there on Jordan Ruffin, and he kept the play from going any further, kind of dodged the kid and kept him inside where his teammates could arrive and help out.
Second down and 5 for the Rams. 6-0, Country Day on top, and now they have the ball right at midfield after the Festus fumble. Shearholes, hands off, up the middle, some room now to the right side. Several dive attempts by the Festus defense, but they can't bring him down until he gets to the inside the Festus 40-yard line. Another good run there for Michael Shearer.
And Country Day is wasting no time getting back on the ball, and with Festus playing so many kids both ways, early in the season it's muggy out. You wonder what kind of effect that's going to be in the second half on it.
12-yard pickup by Shearer. And it's 1st and 10, Country Day on the Festus 38. Shearer gets the snap, gets rid of it immediately, finds a man in the flat near side, running down that left sideline, cuts it back in, finally tripped up and brought down near the 25.
It was a well-executed play. I'll say this about Country Day, those receivers are great blockers. They lock on and run their feet, keep their elbows down, and well coached.
Theodoro is making the catch on that one. Solid pickup. Ball is right at the 25-yard line, so actually just inside the 25, at the 24. Country Day knock it on the door again.
Changes the play here at the line of scrimmage.
Shearholes, delayed handoff up the middle to Shearer. He's got some room, plenty of room there, and the Festus defensive line is just being knocked all over the place. And the linebackers are having to pick up the slack right now. And another good run by Shearer straight up the middle, and it looks like he's near the 15-yard line.
Well, MICDS had all those linemen coming back from a very good ball club a year ago, and I'm sure that's their strength right now, and it's beginning to show a little bit in the trenches.
Second down and about a yard after 9-yard pickup. Here's Johnson, off right tackle, getting the inside handoff, and he'll have the first down. Inside the 15, marked down near the 13-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there.
They're running here what these spread gurus call the zone read, and that quarterback will actually read the backside DN as that tackle pulls and trails him like a lot of them. He'll keep it himself, but on that one he gave it off. It was a correct decision.
Ball on the 13-yard line. And it's Engel in at quarterback, hands off up the middle, plenty of running room, another touchdown, this time on the ground. That'll be Luke Johnson getting that score up the middle and then to the left side. He was hardly touched as he scores another touchdown for the Rams. That one comes across after Festus was moving the ball again, and then the fumble results in Country Day eventually scoring the other direction.
Well, that's the thing about the spread. It does what it's named. It spreads you out from sideline to sideline, opens up a lot of holes across the field, and gives those guys room to run. And if you got one real good back, it's a problem. It looks like we've got some discrepancy here. Maybe a flag on the play.
Oh, how about that? So they will take the touchdown away. So there was a flag on the play, and Country Day now looks at 1st and 15 way back at the 18-yard line. Shearholes again. in at quarterback. Passes out in the flat right side. Open field tackle, nicely done that time by 27, and unfortunately we still don't know who that young man is, but he made a nice tackle on Shearer and kept him to a minimal gain.
It is unfortunate for that young man because he has made a lot of plays this evening.
It's going to be 2nd and 8 after that pickup, which actually goes for about 7 yards after that penalty. Light rain continuing to fall here in the first quarter of this one. Hand off to Shearer, running from right to left, now cuts it up the middle, gets upended right near the goal line.
I think that's going to be 1st and goal from about the line.
Michael Shearer with the carry. Tackled by Jordan.
And will be first down run by Shearer, and they'll have 1st and goal.
Country Day back on the ball.
Not giving the defense any time to rest as they quickly get back in. Now we got a Maryland eye.
That's one you don't see too often.
No, definitely not. And they give it to the second man through, Shearer, and he is tackled right at the goal line, and he didn't make it in. I thought maybe that forward momentum from the tackle itself might push him in, but no, he is held short of the goal line. Second down and goal. A Maryland eye, for the folks that don't know, 3 running backs lined up behind the quarterback as he's under center, all in a straight line. They go right back to that formation again.
Unbalanced, they go weak.
And now they're trying to push Johnson up ahead, and he's not going to make it either.
Oh, nice job by the Tigers there, getting a good surge on the snap and keeping them out of the end zone.
And that ends the first quarter. Several players in there on that tackle. And the first quarter comes to a close as Country Day will be looking at 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. We step aside and we will be back for the start of the second quarter in 60 seconds. It's 6-0. Country Day leading Festus here on KJFF.
It's like going to Harvard in Jefferson County.
Students have the best education possible.
Top-notch education.
Quality education is a 10.
I love the fact that Jefferson College is so close to my home.
It's great. I love it. It works for my schedule.
The housing is incredibly convenient.
Class schedules are very convenient for students.
I'm Stacy Self.
I'm Kimberly Clark.
I'm Nick Schaefer.
I'm Della Selman, and I discovered my future at Jefferson College.
Country Day looking at 3rd down and goal from the 1. They go back to that Maryland I formation. Festus really stacking the box. Last man through, and that is Johnson, and he breaks the plane. Touchdown, Country Day.
Yeah, he didn't get it by much. You kind of have to admire those kids when you got 1st and 1 to goal, and they really dug in the last 3 plays and had a lot of effort there. Unfortunately for Festus, Country Day does convert.
Takes them just 5 seconds to get into the end zone on this first play of the second quarter. 55-yard drive resulting in the 1-yard touchdown run by Luke Johnson. Lining it up for the extra point. Not going for 2 to try to make it a 14-0 score.
Yeah, that surprises me, but I'm sure they have their reasons.
Line drive kick is going to make its way through. 13-0. Country Day on top of Festus. We'll take another break. Kickoff to the Tigers comes up in 60 seconds here on KJFF Radio. The Rams will be kicking off to the Tigers, and once again we'll have Jordan Ruffin back deep.
Kicking off for NYCDS is number 20, Harry Freeman.
Maddox is one of the, Maddox is actually one of the up men. And on the far side, I think it's Mike Fry. Can't quite see the number from here. As Country Day kicks it off, and the kick coming to the near side and deep, and Ruffin's going to have to let it go past him as it takes a bounce and rolls into the end zone. Touchback automatically. Festus will have it from their own 20. This will be their worst starting field position of the game.
Going into the season, everyone can guess and speculate on how good teams are going to be, but you never really know until you play them. And, coaches and kids will find out a lot about themselves at Festus right now, how they react to this being down by 2 touchdowns.
Certainly a gut check here on your home floor.
Absolutely.
Your home field, I should say, not floor, but Speaking of the field, though, look at the new turf that's out there in the center of the field. Looks pretty nice now. Hopefully this wetness isn't going to tear it up too much tonight. Crump will operate once again out of the shotgun. Hands off to the first man through, and now he reverses field. It's Xavier Ruffin going to the far side and is going to get some positive yardage. Gets across the back over the 20-yard line, brought down at the 23. He's going to pick up about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. Xavier Ruffin will be getting a lot of playing time back there, as well as his brother Jordan. Jordan's already been a catalyst of what Festus has been able to do offensively. Several runs, couple of pass catches too. A couple of receptions. Crump will look out of the shotgun again on 2nd and 8. Hand off, first man through, and what a blasting hit. Boy, coming through. What a hit laid out there by, trying to get his number real quick, 48 or 49. I think that's 48 that time. That was Daniel Blunt Piper, the leading tackler from last year.
Right there.
He just cemented him to the ground after a 1-yard gain. It's 3rd and 7.
That's playing it like it's meant to be played.
That was a shot. Squared him up, hit him right on the shoulders. Crump probably looking to pass this time. He fakes the handoff, now looks to throw. Over the middle it goes, incomplete, can't hit his target. Ruffin was in the area, but it falls incomplete, and Festus now will have a 3 and out here on this particular possession.
Again, you're seeing some of these receivers start to slip a little bit when they're trying to break on their routes, and I think it's only going to get worse as the night progresses with this rain falling steadily.
Festus will be forced to punt.
We don't know. We still don't.
Back to kick for the Tigers. Let's see who is going to be doing the punting this year. Number 40, Nick Queen, who did do some punting last year for the team. Travis Downey is mostly used as a field goal kicker. He might be doing extra points this year. But Queen right now is back to punt. He is standing very deep back on his own 13-yard line as he lets this one go. Oh, and it's blocked. It is blocked, and it's going to be recovered right there near the 20-yard line. It was blocked by 48, Daniel Blunt Piper, and he also recovered the blocked kick as well. And they're going to have the ball 1st and 10 on about the 18-yard line.
Well, Nick Queen, he didn't have a chance. I mean, by the time the ball was in his hands, so was Country Day.
Rams with, once again, good defensive pressure. And now they have the ball 1st and 10 on the Festus 18-yard line. Shearholes looks over to the sideline once again for the new play. Rams have a very good opportunity here to really sink the Tigers' hopes. Shearholes looks to throw, brings it near side, and it's complete, but dragged down almost immediately after making the catches. Angle, the catcher, the tight end.
Tackled by number 2, Xavier Ruffin.
Ruffin brought him down after a minimal gain.
Yeah, it was kind of an odd-looking little pass right into traffic there, a little hook from the inside receiver.
It's about 4 yards there. It's 2nd and 6. Ball just inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Shearholes again. Hands it off. Shearer off the left tackle. Spins away from one defender. Rumbles ahead. Finally is brought down near the 5-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 7.
There was a mental error by Country Day somewhere in there. There was a defensive end blocking the running back right at him, but just made a good run.
It's going to be a 1st down play, 1st down run, and now it's 1st and goal from the 7. So after the blocked punt, Country Day is looking to throw one nail perhaps in the coffin, at least in the first half of this football game. Shearholes gives it to Shearer again, running left, hit in the backfield for a moment. Roberts missed the tackle, but he slowed him down enough, and several defenders came out to get him as well, and there is a flag down on the far sideline.
I'll tell you, Festus right DN there did a great job stringing that thing out. Just made the back keep running laterally, and the posse arrived and helped out. That's the way it's supposed to be done. And you get a holding penalty on top of it by CDS.
Good play. It was Roberts who started it, and then the Festus linebacking core got in there after Roberts slowed him down and brought him to a halt. But Festus will take the penalty yardage, which will be a 10-yard penalty on the holding call.
Well played. And you like to see that out of kids when things aren't going your way. They continue to play hard, and they're doing that right now. You know, keep playing hard, keep going, doing the best you can. Things kind of have a way of working themselves out.
So now they're looking at first down from near the 20-yard line after the penalty. Out of the gun, Shearholz back to pass. He's going to bring it near side. Oh, boy, great hit.
Nice job.
Catch was made, and then a huge hit laid out there by number 5, Cody Roberts. No gain on that one. In fact, he may have lost a couple of yards there. Looks like the ball's all the way back to the 25-yard line. I mean, it's first and goal from the 25.
There is a little whacking going on out there, isn't it?
Definitely. Some good hits over the last couple of series. So now it's second down and goal from the 25. Shearholz. Actually, technically, it's on the 24. Shearholz has to get rid of it quick, and it's broken up.
Nice job.
Xavier Ruffin in there to knock it away.
Great job breaking at the ball.
And because of good defensive pressure up front by the Festus defense, it forced Shearholz to get rid of that ball quicker than he wanted to. Now it brings up third down. So all of a sudden it looked very good for the Country Day Rams, first and goal from the 7. And then because of a penalty and a couple of good defensive plays, Festus may be forcing the Rams to try some different things here.
Yeah, and that's just what we were talking about a minute ago. You know, how do the kids react when they get in that kind of situation and they're reacting well?
Shearholz looking to throw again, looks over the middle. He's going to throw it towards the end zone, tipped away.
Okay.
Cody Roberts got his hands on that one and knocked it out, as it looked like Mark Holkamp was going to have a shot to bring that one in, but Festus had good coverage.
They sure did. Nice job.
Now it brings up fourth down.
And when things look very bleak for the Tigers, you know, they dig in and make things happen and, you know, keep it a ball game.
That light drizzle continues to fall here at Tiger Stadium. And right now it's fourth down, and it looks like Country Day will be going for it. Fourth down from the Festus 24. Shearholz looking to throw. He's going to let it go to that left side. The ball knocked away at the end.
That was awfully close. You know, the refs are a lot closer than we are, but I thought we might get a pass interference there. But just very well timed.
That was number 27 once again who broke that one up, as it was intended, I believe, for Theodoro. Incomplete pass, and Country Day turns it over on downs. Festus now takes over, first and 10 from their own 24. Great defensive stand by the Festus D.
Well, that's where, as a coach, you got to pat your kids on the back. You know, I know they don't want to do that 13-0 right now, but they sure toughened up right there.
Well, the no-name defense steps up in that situation.
Absolutely.
I always say the no-name defense because of all the all-state kids that were actually lost from last year's team. Kids like David Purcell and Jake Amsden, Jeff Kopp.
Yeah, there were some good ones, and you know, like we said at the beginning of the ball game, unfortunately they've got to graduate and move on to bigger and better things, but that's part of high school football.
So now the Festus offense will try to get something started, and we get a whistle right off the bat. And are we looking at a penalty? Somebody maybe jumped too soon for Festus? Yes. That actually a delay of game call, it looked like. As a coach, that's got to drive you nuts, not getting the offensive play in there in time after you had just a great defensive stand.
Absolutely. You know, it was one of those things that are going to happen in week one. Usually you'll improve your most drastically between week 1 and week 2 after you've got a real ball game under your belt. You know, these little things are going to happen.
Well, with 8:16 to go in the first half of this one, as far as the penalties go for both teams, I'm sure both teams have to be pretty happy with it,
I agree.
especially for week 1 of a season.
Absolutely. You know, if Festus can make something happen here, as he runs a quick pitch.
Quick pitch to Ruffin, and he's hit and drops the football, but he was down on contact. Coughed it up at the very end, right near the 20-yard line. We got another flag on the play, too.
Talk about number 44, Mark Holcamp.
Looks like Festus may be really hurting themselves and digging themselves too much of a big trap here to get out of. Back-to-back penalties on their first 2 plays of this offensive series. And it is offside. Somebody jumped offside by Festus too soon before the snap, and it's declined actually by Country Day. They'll take the loss of a couple of yards and force it to be second and about 16.
As a coach, it's those kind of penalties that drive you nuts. You know, you can almost tolerate a hold or a late hit a little bit better because those are just kids trying to be aggressive. But when you're jumping off sides, you tell that kid he needs to pay attention to the snap count.
Country Day shifting it around a little bit defensively as Crump takes the snap, rolls out to the right side. He's going to keep it himself, and he's not going to go very far. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that was going to be about it. Several Country Day defenders were there on that one.
Country Day for several years, watching them, always well coached on the D-line. Their kids know how to hit and get off blocks and scrape down the line of scrimmage. Just very efficient up front.
Festus looking at 3rd down and about 15. Crump gained maybe a yard on that last play on forward progress. Got an update of scores we'll pass along when we get in a moment as Festus with a key 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Crump takes the snap, backs it up several, and he's screen pass, and the ball is caught, but nowhere to go for the ball carrier. He's going to pick up a couple of yards, but well shy of the first down, as that was Justin Amsden catching that one. That one only good for about 3 yards, and now it brings up 4th at about 12.
Like I said a minute ago, very well coached on the D-line. Things were too easy for the right end there from Country Day. He smelled something rotten in Denmark and sniffed out the screen for no gain.
Festus will have to punt the football. Of course, last time it was a blocked punt. Letting this one go, Queen, and he gets off a pretty good one this time. It will take a bounce at the 45-yard line and pushed out of bounds. That was a nice play by the Festus defense there, getting downfield, making it happen, trying to pick up a number there to let him know the great play that he made, but I'm not going to get it. Either way, not much of a return there for the Rams, but they still have good field position.
Well, but you're right, though. Great hustle there by the Festus punt players.
Country Day will have it on their own 44. St. Genevieve on top of Dexter 8-7 in the first quarter. Herculaneum up 14-7 on Valley in the second. Fox leading DeSoto 14-6 in the second. And a flag is thrown as looks like one of the Country Day players took off way too soon here on the near side, playing his wide receiver position. Last we heard, it was Seckman on top 7-0 on Hillsboro. That was back in the first.
You know, Festus needs to make a stand here. They can't let Country Day put more points on the board before halftime. Uh-oh, we got a fumble.
Got a fumble, and Festus has it. Ball dropped in the backfield and pounced on by number 82, Diallo Keaton.
There, you know, like we said, you hustle and you play, and things kind of have a way of working themselves out. Here's an opportunity for Festus to get some points on the board, and all of a sudden you've got a 13-7 ball game if they make it happen, and Festus is right back in it.
Got 6:09 to play in the second quarter, and it will be 1st and 10 Festus at the Country Day. Looks to be the 38-yard line.
Again, some points here before halftime would be a huge momentum swing. And we'll see how we do.
And Festus brings out the offense to try to shore things up a little bit.
Here's a different look.
Yeah, definitely. They're bunching this formation up. Looks like power running time for the Tigers. Crump takes the snap. He's going to run to the right side. Doesn't have a lot of room. He'll be pushed out of bounds in the backfield. That is going to be a big-time loss. That didn't work out so well.
It appeared the center snapped the ball a count before he was supposed to. No, I don't know that for sure, but it seemed like he wasn't ready for the ball to be in his hands at that moment.
Well, Crump ran off to the right, and he didn't have any blockers there.
Right, and he did the right thing there. He didn't do anything silly. He just took and tried to get what he could.
He loses 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 15. Now from the 43-yard line. Festus lines it up still with the bunch formation. 2 running backs to the near side, and then you have the tailback deep.
Yep, unbalanced line as well.
That is Ruffin coming near side, and a great tackle in the backfield. Hauling him down, number 48 for MICDS. Once again, Daniel Blunt Piper making his presence felt. That was pretty close to being a face mask, too.
Real close.
That's about a yard loss, too, for Ruffin. It's 3rd and 16.
So odds are very good we'll see it in the air here, or they may go back to that screen, try that again.
Here it's 13-0, Country Day leading Festus, but the Tigers trying to make something happen. But the Rams have been up to the task defensively the last couple of series. Crump fakes the handoff, rolls to the right, throws over the middle, and incomplete, in and out of the hands of Jordan Ruffin, and there is a flag down.
It'll be interesting to see what this call is.
Pass interference on Country Day. Boy, you hate to see that if you're one of the Country Day coaches, mainly because, number one, it was a 3rd down and long play, and that pass was only going to be good for about 5 yards.
Again, though, that goes back to a kid in week 1 who's fired up, playing hard, and makes an aggressive mistake. But it's a break for Festus.
Definitely. So that moves the yardage up and gives Festus a fresh set of downs. And they're going to be, looks to be about the 33-yard line, 32-yard line is where they begin the drive anew. I formation behind Crump. Handoff goes to Ruffin, and he's hit after a very minimal gain.
Number 45, Daniel Shearer.
Boy, they look tough to run on, don't they?
Definitely. About a half yard there, if that. The ball right on the 30 now. The starting point for that particular play was the 31. Looking at 2nd and a long 9.
Still plenty of time to make something happen.
Definitely. Just under 4 minutes. Tigers bring out the spread once more. 2 receivers. Well, 1 receiver to the far side, and their tight end in there as well. Festus will earn a timeout, which will be their 2nd timeout of this first half. We'll take a break as well. We'll bring it back in 60 seconds. Festus trails 13-0 to Country Day in the 2nd quarter on 1400 KJFF. 2nd down and 9 as Crump is in the shotgun formation once again. They bring Jordan Ruffin in motion. Now he's got some room. Cuts it up the middle now to the right side, trying to get to the corner, and he will go in for a touchdown. Jordan Ruffin will score this one from 30 yards out. No flags on the play. This one is good. Festus finds the end zone here late in the first half.
And it's a ball game again.
Definitely. It is a ball game again, to say the least.
Good job by the Tigers. They got the break they needed, and they made something happen. That's what they had to do. It was a must-do situation, and they came through. And now we're looking at it, assuming the conversion is good, we're looking at a 13-7 ball game going into the half with just a few minutes to go, and we got ourselves a competition.
Jordan Ruffin scores as Festus lines up for the extra point, and it is Travis Downey out to kick. And plenty of distance on that one, a line drive shot, but it finds its way through. And it's 13-7. Festus gets on the board here late in the 2nd quarter with 3:33 to play before halftime. As we get the kickoff here to Country Day with 3:33 remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Well, Festus seems to be having more success on the ground out of the spread, where they keep more of those Country Day kids out of the box.
First kickoff for Festus 2. Country Day is going to be somewhat short one, and the ball is caught and then stepping right out of bounds is the return man, number 29, Billy Acker. That's going to be somewhat a deep situation for Country Day. They'll be somewhat pinned.
Yeah, that catch didn't prove to be incredibly gratuitous. If he let it go out of bounds there, then he would have drawn the penalty. That's a kid probably just lost sight of where the sideline was.
Well, back to that very costly fumble by Country Day, helping to lead Festus to that score just a moment ago. And twice we've seen turnovers result in scores by the other team.
Right, but again, we had the block punt Country Day on Festus, and they held him, and Country Day turns the ball over, and Festus capitalizes, and that's why the
Luke Johnson with the carry.
Luke Johnson gets the carry up the middle. Not much there. Good job by the Festus D-line, bringing him down. Only about 2-yard pickup there. It's 2nd down and 8. Ball on the 17-yard line of the Rams. New quarterback is in there as well now. And now problems on that exchange. Quarterback's got it. He lets it go near side and overshoots his target by pretty fair margin. The quarterback who's in there now is Thomas Militello.
Intended for number 5, Jack Howell.
And now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 after that pass play goes awry. Nothing doing.
I'm sure Country Day would like to have some more points on the board before halftime, but they're not going to do anything to give Festus a great opportunity here either.
The clock stopped at 2:54, so you got to figure they may try to run the ball here just to get the clock going, not giving Festus a lot of time to make something happen. But stranger things have happened.
Oh, indeed.
Country Day slowly brings it up to the line once again on 3rd down and 8.
And they've had a couple problems with their shotgun snaps. That's one thing about the spread that always scared me to death in trying to run it was dealing with those shotgun snaps all the time.
So far, both teams have done fairly well with their snaps. Not bad. That one's a low one. And a flag comes in. Comes from the backfield, too. This might be delay of game. Nope. Illegal procedure against Country Day. Someone jumped off sides. That's not one of those you can decline when it's a false start penalty. So.
No, it's a dead ball foul.
Yep.
And Festus will get the 5 yards. Country Day has kind of lost their focus in the last few series. They're not quite clicking like they were earlier.
I agree.
And of course, Festus has got something to do with that.
Now it's going to be 3rd and about 13. With 2:53 remaining in this first half. Delayed handoff and a good tackle off the left side. Looks like Ruffin got in there once again. I think that's Xavier.
Again, a conservative call, like we thought we might see, being that they don't want to. The last thing they want is a throw interception.
That's about a 2-yard pickup. They get back to the original line of scrimmage, but it's 4th and 10, and they will have to punt the football away, and the clock winding down. By the time the Tigers get it and run their first offensive play, it's probably going to be around 2 minutes left, so they still have some time.
They do, and especially with running that spread. That's very, you can really control the clock with that thing if you can do it right.
Tigers bring Jordan Ruffin back deep in number 27. And the ball's going to take a hop near 27, and he's going to let it go out of bounds right near midfield. It's going to be good position for Festus to begin this final drive, possibly before halftime with only 2:06 remaining. Festus will have it 1st and 10 on the Country Day 49.
This will be an interesting drive here to see how aggressive they want to get. If they are really set on putting some points on before the half, or be satisfied to go in down by 6 points and regroup.
Both teams have certainly caught a few breaks along the way to this 13-7 score. Jordan Ruffin getting that 30-yard touchdown run the last time Festus had the ball to get the Tigers into the end zone here before halftime. And now, all of a sudden, Festus is looking at a chance to tie it or even take the lead.
Yeah, no backs.
Empty backfield. It's just Crump there to take the snap, and now he's going to run near side, and they whistle the play dead.
And we had a legal procedure at the top of the formation.
Someone moved too soon?
Yes, sir.
You ever realize one of the reasons why they call it illegal procedure at this level? It's a false start in college and pro.
I guess because calling them all the same thing would make too much sense.
Well spoken. Well, now the ball gets placed back at the Festus 46-yard line after the 5 yards are tacked on.
It looked like they wanted that bubble screen to the right, away from us, and the one back just released too soon.
Looks like that light rain has finally stopped. Crump now will have a back joining him in the backfield. 3 receivers to the near side. And they're going to get rid of it and try to set up a screen for Jordan Ruffin, and it goes in and out of his hands, incomplete. And that'll bring up second down.
You know, I think that's a good call there. That's a kid, you put him out of receiver and throw him that quick hitch, and that makes someone have to tackle him one-on-one, and that's not an easy thing to do.
Hopefully before too long we can find out who number 27 is, so we can certainly give him all the credit in the world. He's been there both on defense and offense in this game, and we don't have a name to go with the number.
And he's the best no-name player around.
No question. Empty backfield now, 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left.
Okay, again.
And now Crump's going to keep it himself. Has a little bit of running room up the middle. Just gets to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard past that. About 6 yards there. It'll be third down and about 8 yards from the 48. I'll make it 9 yards, actually.
Looked like he had a nice hole there, but those Country Day Rams, they close it up quick.
Now here we go on 3rd and 9. And it's quick, and now they pitch it to the right side, trying to get Maddox involved. Hit in the backfield, lunges forward, actually gets back to the line of scrimmage. But that's going to be it. It brings up 4th down. Very conservative play, maybe. I don't know if they were trying to get some blockers out there in front of him, but the Country Day defenders were quick to get to the ball.
Well, more often than not, when you call something that people deem conservative, it's usually you saw something in the play before and they decided to switch on you. We've had it happen. It's worked out well. It's worked out disastrously.
4th down and 9. Now we just found out who that is. 27 is Cord Stevenson, who is listed as 28 on the roster. Good deal. Tell you what, that kid's been everywhere. Timeout on the field right now by Country Day. We'll just take a quick 30-second timeout with 1:19 to go before half. 13-7, Country Day leading Festus. We'll again bring it back here in just 30 seconds on Regional Radio. And Festus punts the football away to the far side. It will roll out of bounds
McQueen with the punt.
near the 30-yard line, and Country Day will get the ball with 1:13 to play before halftime. Getting some more updated scores. As Fox now on top of DeSoto 21-6. That's in the second. Valley leading Herculaneum 21-14 in the second. Farmington up 20-0 on North County. Seckman 14-6 over Hillsboro. Maplewood 2-0 over Central. That's in the second. That's Maplewood over Central. And then you got Brentwood up 22-20, and I'm not sure what Crystal City has on there. Last we heard was 14-8. And then Principia 22-8 over St. Pius.
Seckman 21, Hillsboro 6.
Okay, 21-6 now Seckman over Hillsboro. Second down and 10 here for Country Day after an incomplete pass. Clock stopped with 1:10 to play. Let's see what the Rams try this time around with time starting to run out, and they're going to play conservative ball and hand it off up the middle. A couple of yards there for Shearer. Brought down at the 36-yard line. Picks up about 5 yards. It's 3rd and 5, and the clock down to 50 seconds and counting. Looking to pass. Shearholes throws through the fingertips of his intended receiver, incomplete. A little bit too hot to handle that time, and a little bit too high for Daniel Shearer, the tight end. Clock stops with 47 seconds to go. It's 4th down and 5, and now Country Day has to punt the football away.
Yeah, I find that call kind of surprising. You know, they throw a 6-yard hook that wouldn't have got him a first down, and you know, if it's incomplete, it stops the clock and gives Festus a chance to return a punt. We'll see how it turns out.
And they get the punt off. Right down the middle to the near side. It's going to be taken by Ruffin's. Got some room. 25-yard line, now up to the 30. 35 to the 40-yard line, and lost the football, it looked like, on the far side right at midfield.
I think Festus has got it back, though.
Festus will have the football, 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line with 34 seconds remaining. Now you might be at the point where Festus just wants to maybe sit on it and then go into halftime down by 6. They might open it up and take a chance here, not sure.
Only they know at this point.
That is very true. Ruffin had some good moves on that return.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. I enjoy watching him carry the football.
Fun to watch in the open field, that's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Out of the gun is Crump. Lost the snap for a moment. Now it's to pick it up and run, and he's got some room, and then hit in the backfield. Still on his horse, trying to make something happen. Cuts it back up inside, gets back near the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. He actually ran a long way for a yard.
Yeah, that was one of the longest one-yard runs I think I've ever seen.
I guess he did get out of bounds because the clock did stop
right
at 24 seconds, and it'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that helps your cause. We've got 24 seconds left. Looks like they want to put it in the air and take a shot at it. Of course, that play all started with a low snap, hit him about ankle level, and you know, timing was all off from there.
Yeah, that might have stopped something else that they probably had in mind. Crump takes the snap, backs it up, looking to throw. Heaves it over the middle. He's taking a shot for sure, and it's incomplete. Intended for Cody Roberts, breaking that one up. Number 44, Mark Holcamp. And there is a flag on the play, and it is against Country Day. Did I hear roughing the passer? Now Festus looks at a situation where they're 1st and 10 inside their own, or inside the Country Day 40-yard line. There's an off-balance throw downfield, and it's caught by Cody Roberts down inside the 10-yard line near the 5. It was a jump ball, and Cody Roberts jumped for it and made the catch.
I'll tell you, that was again, we had the bad snap that Crump had to pick up off the ground and showed a lot of poise there under duress making that play.
Festus looking now at 1st and goal. They snap the football, and now a flag comes in as Crump was trying to down that football to get the clock to stop.
It looked like he fumbled it, picked it up, and then threw it into the ground, and I think it appears we might have a holding penalty.
They're talking it over now, but that flag came in. Let's see what the call is going to come in from the referee. Intentional grounding?
Okay.
Huh. Well, he was going to try to snap that football.
Yeah, he was trying to kill the clock. Okay.
Wow.
I don't understand that at all.
No, certainly not. And now the Country Day coach comes out to talk it over. It is a timeout called. We'll take a quick 30-second break, and we'll come back with more. The waning moments of this first half. 13-7, Country Day leading Festus. Back in a moment here on KJFF. Now it looks like Festus is looking to kick a field goal. Travis Downey is going to be out, and this will be about a 36-yard attempt.
Well, he's a good one, though. The thing going against him right now is the slick conditions.
And a timeout maybe by the Rams instead. Yes, it will be. Yeah, they want to talk it over. Festus was lining up for the kick. The holder, by the way, is Justin Amsden. And now Country Day wants to talk this thing over. We'll take another 30-second break and return for the field goal attempt coming up by Festus late in the second quarter. Festus down 13-7 to Country Day on KJFF. Festus going for that field goal attempt. As the ball is down, the kick has plenty of distance by Travis Downey, and it is good. 36-yard field goal by Travis Downey, and that will be the last play here in the first half. Our halftime score, 13-10, Country Day leading Festus.
You may not know their names, but the students who are helped through a Jefferson College Foundation scholarship carry thanks in their hearts. It's for the kindness that our contributors have shown. Make a difference in their tomorrows.
Education, the great equalizer. It doesn't just mean you get more knowledge, it means you improve your quality of life.
Give to the Jefferson College Foundation today.
The fine arts programs here at Jefferson College just are being recognized all over the state because of the quality of education that the students receive and because of the faculty that's involved with the programs. Jefferson College also has opportunity to give our students more of a scope of experiences through their concert band, the jazz band, the choral performances, great theory program. Our students are doing very well over the last couple years, going to the four-year programs, being able to transfer, and then going on to become teachers, performers. We have students involved with programs in Branson, throughout the Midwest. Jefferson College, I think, is one of the best programs going in the state of Missouri.
We're going to start here the second half. I'm sure Country Day, they're really looking to make a statement on their first possession.
Yeah, they certainly were somewhat lackadaisical on offense in most of the second quarter.
Well, we've got 10 unanswered points by Festus. All the momentum's in their hands right now, and they're going to have to play awfully hard to keep it against a very good football team.
How much momentum do you think is actually lost at halftime? If you're the team that was playing the best throughout most of the second quarter, how much do you think you can lose at halftime?
Well, I think it depends on the group of kids. Every year you get a collective group of consciousnesses of 17-year-old boys, and they each have their own personality, but each team will have
Flag comes down as the ball was brought all the way to the 5-yard line. And, boy, we're going to have ourselves a penalty here against Festus to start this second half.
It went out of bounds. That should be against Country Day.
There we go. Okay. That's right. It did go out of bounds right at the 5 when it looked like it was going to pin them very, very deep. Instead, Festus will be giving Country Day some pretty good yardage here at the 35-yard line.
And again, we were talking about halftime momentum, but Country Day's already on the ball.
Already got the opportunity. Let's see what happens. Good field position. 1st and 10 from their own 35, operating out of the shotgun. Shearholes is back at the quarterback position. Hands it off to Shearer. He's got room up the middle. Finally gets tripped up, falls ahead, probably to the first down marker.
That's
right down at the 45.
That's what these spread gurus call the dart play. They start one way. It's just a little counter out of the shotgun formation, and often they'll roll the quarterback to that, which brings your end up field, and you'll get that back running up underneath, almost outside veer concept out of the spread.
Michael Shearer picks up the first down, 10 yards on that run. And looking over to the near side once again is Shearholes. Now he has the play that he wants, gets set. He's got two backs behind him. This time it's going to be Johnson with the counter up the middle, and this time he rumbles over to the right side, picks up about 6 or 7 before he's brought down in Festus territory.
It looks like Country Day's got the mentality. They're going to come out here this second half and look Festus right in the eye and try to physically impose their will on him. And so far, the last 2 plays, they've had 2 very nice runs going right up the middle.
That's a good 7 yards or so on that particular run. Johnson and Shearer joining Shearholes in the background, or backfield. Here's a pass across the middle of the near side. He's got a man in motion, and that is Temperado, and he's pushed out of bounds right here near the 30-yard line. I'm sorry, that was Theodoro who made the catch on that.
I'll tell you, it's pretty well covered there, but that quarterback put the ball exactly where it had to be on that flag route. Nice game.
Solid pickup near the 30. And just like that, Country Day is in Festus territory, deep Festus territory. They're on the 33-yard line officially in Festus Tiger Town. Delayed handoff up the middle. Room there for Shearer. Finally brought down as he rumbles inside the 30-yard line, gets near the 20, as a matter of fact, before he's finally brought down. First down run. Ball's going to be just shy of the 20. First and 10 Country Day on the Festus 21. Just like that, they're trying to run it down the Tigers' throats, but mixed in that very impressive pass play as well. Shearholes gets it rolling out to the right side, throw in the flat, gives it to Theodoro. He's going to be wrapped up immediately by Cody Roberts, and then help arrives. He's finally knocked to the ground. As that was again Stevenson there to help out with that. That's a pickup of about 6.
Yeah, they caught Festus running some deep third there, just ran a little hook route underneath, just pitch and catch. And Festus, to the credit, ran hard to the football. Looked like he had a little more room to run than he did, but good hustle to keep him from gaining any more.
Only one man in the backfield along with Shearholes. And it's going to be Shearer getting the counter play right up the gut. He's got some positive yards. Brings it inside the 15-yard line.
Looks like we might have a first down there.
Might have gotten inside the 10-yard line on that run.
And here we see Country Day going back to relying on their veteran crew of linemen in this beginning of the second half here.
First and goal just inside the 10. Shearholes backs up again. Another handoff, and again it's Shearer to the near side. And Festus finally ups in Shearer as he breaks inside the 5-yard line down to about the 3.
It was almost a little sweep to the left there, pulled that backside guard who just missed his block, and the defender from Festus at home and made the play. For very little gain there.
That's only on about the 7-yard line, about 2-yard pickup there. Good defense by Festus that go around. They need to keep it up. Now he's looking to throw. Pass goes to the far side. Caught in the corner of the end zone. Good. That is Theodoro hauling that one in the right corner of the end zone. Kind of backed his way in. He had a little bit of room from his defender, and he came down in bounds.
Yeah, the receiver did a nice little job on that fade route, turning his tail end into that defender and keeping him from getting to the football. Well thrown, about as well as you can throw that one.
So Country Day scores on their opening possession of the second half. Now they lined it up for the extra point. Didn't take them long.
No, they act focused like they did early on in the first quarter.
And flags come in on the extra point attempt, and it will be a legal procedure against Country Day. They'll make this kick a little bit more difficult now. 7-yard pass from in that particular exchange from Shearholes to Theodoro.
When you can run the ball out of the spread like Country Day is doing right now, it sure gives the defense a lot to think about.
Absolutely. Here's an extra 5 yards tacked onto this extra point attempt, and the kick is not going to make it. Off to the right side and well short. Kick is no good. We'll take a break as it's now a 19-10 Country Day lead over Festus. Back for the kickoff in 60 seconds here on KJF. 9:02 remaining in this third quarter of play as Country Day has increased the lead. They're up 19-10. And the kick to the far side taken by Ruffin near the 15-yard line, running up the middle, had a little bit of room and gets tripped up and finally goes down. Looked like he got near the 30-yard line before he went down. And that's where Festus will begin this next drive, now down 19-10. Not the only thing that Country Day has really not worked out too well, that has not worked out very well for them in this game, has been their kicking game.
Tackled by 56.
Festus has a player down on the far side. That might be Ruffin. He is going to be helped to his feet. Looks like it might have been his right arm or shoulder that he hurt.
He's had some shoulder problems. He's playing, he's well enough to go tonight, but I know the young man's playing with some pain.
He's gutting it out. One player in particular that Festus does not have tonight that they expect big things out of this year is Tony Alinsky. They expect a lot out of him on defense, and he's going to miss a couple of weeks.
Right. He's a great kid. He's a hard worker. I had a chance to work with him a little bit over the summer, and he's got a good, strong motor. He goes hard.
Crump, the quarterback keeper, goes off left tackle, and he's going to pick up about 7 or 8 yards. Nice run by Crump. That's just trying to get back to the ground game, which has at times been very impressive in this one. Crump keeping it himself, and he picked up almost 9 yards. That's a good run.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get shook loose into the open. He's something to watch when he gets his wheels going.
Festus will be back in action next week with Seckman on the road, while Country Day will contend with Lutheran South. Crump's going to keep it himself, coming near side, escapes one tackler. He'll have enough for the first down as he brings it across the 40-yard line to the 41.
Again, the snaps are a little bit off. He had to kind of bobble that when it was down low. I think, the timing of their plays are going to improve as their snaps do.
First and 10, Festus on their own 41-yard line, trying to answer Country Day, who scored on their opening possession of the second half. Festus trying to keep close, keep it tight. Now down 19-10. Crump out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, he looks to throw into the flat near side. It's turned and caught by Ruffin, trying to get some room. Not much there as he's forced out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. That'll be a minimal gain, maybe 2 yards on the catch. Crump's actually completed the majority of his passes so far tonight. Ruffin catching the majority of those. He did have the one deep pass play that Roberts came up with. But for the most part, the pass attempts have been a lot of short ones.
Yeah, the bubble screens, the quick hitches, those kind of routes are such a big part of the spread.
Crump out of the gun once again. He's got 3 receivers to the right. Now it's got Ruffin in motion to the left side. Inside handoff, and not much there for Cord Stevenson. Gets right back to the line of scrimmage if he made any kind of gain on that at all. Just got another updated score. Farmington all over North County. That's 34-0 now at the half. As the Knights are looking impressive in their season opener.
I had the chance to watch them last week at their jamboree, and they do look awfully good, especially for being this early in the season.
Third down at about 8. As this drive is started to stall a little bit. Festus needs a big conversion. Low snap, Crump looks to throw, pump fakes, lets it go down to the left side, tip pass, and it's caught by Roberts. Roberts into Country Day territory inside the 30-yard line. Another jump ball and another great job by Cody Roberts to keep his eyes on the football and great hands.
Yeah, great concentration. That goes back to what we talked to before the football game. That corner wasn't fooled by the pump fake. He did everything right. His technique was perfect. But, Cody's so big, just went over the top of him, tipped a little bit, got it on the second grab, and big play happens.
Cody about 6'3", 6'4", makes a big play there. It's first and 10, Festus on the Country Day 27. Crump set to take the snap once again. He's got 2 receivers to the near side. Now they're bringing Ruffin in motion, and now he runs into his own man in the backfield after getting the handoff. Ruffin trying to get to the corner. Stiff arms a man at the 30 and is driven out of bounds for a short loss.
We've got a flag here. That was a broken play. It looked like they wanted to reverse it.
That didn't work out well at all. Everybody was just too close to one another in the backfield.
A little timing problem there somewhere.
And they get a holding call tacked on to the Festus Tigers. So instead of a 1 or 2 yard loss, it ends up being a 10-yard loss, but it can still keep the down. but nonetheless, it's 1st and 20.
And there's certainly better situations to be in, but not unmanageable.
Festus goes all the way back to the 38-yard line. First and long for the Tigers. Crump again, out of the gun. Gets the snap, pitches to Ruffin, coming to the near side. Gets tripped up at the 35-yard line, moves ahead near the 30 before driven out of bounds. They will mark him out. Looks to be around the 33-yard line, about a 5-yard gain. And it's going to be second down in about 16 or 17 here.
Oh, just the old quick pitch that Festus made a living on, under Bob Holman for many, many years.
You know a little bit about that, don't you?
Watched them a lot. They didn't do much, but what they did, they did perfectly.
Under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. With Festus trailing 19-10. A little bit of a delay getting the next play in. I think it might have been an official's timeout, however. Looks like Xavier Ruffin may be in now, giving Jordan a break. Nope, Jordan's lined up as a wideout. Throw goes over the middle, and the ball is caught by Stevenson, but he had his knee down as he makes the grab. Right at the 30, at the 31-yard line is where they'll mark him. He gets back to about the original line of scrimmage on that reception, but unfortunately, the knee was down. He has certainly had a chance to catch and run, but the knee was down as he made the grab, and it only goes for about a 5-yard gain. It's actually 3rd and 12.
I was watching Ruffin on that last player, and he came up and took on that rushing defensive end like a good football player should. That's the difference between being a good running back and being a good football player.
3rd and long for the Tigers. And a bad snap goes through the hands of Crump. Crump in trouble, running left side, pitches the football ahead. It'll be an incomplete pass. And he runs it out of bounds. He did get rid of the ball in time, but
pretty savvy on his part. That went down on the ground right between his legs, and it could have been an absolute disaster. He got outside the tackle box, threw it out of bounds, and we go back to the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down, but we turn to a real disaster. It just ends up being unfortunate.
It ends up being an incomplete pass. It's 4th down and about 12. And Festus comes to the line as though they're going to run an offensive play here.
Well, again, you're in that. Putting doesn't help you much. You can't kick the field goal. You might as well.
No question. Crump gets a good snap this time, but he rolls out of the pocket left side. Lets it go down the left side, and it's tipped and intercepted. Back near the 20-yard line, it's tipped and picked off by Country Day. Okay. Room down the far sideline, and finally goes out of bounds near the 40. It's a big play as that ball was picked off there by number 45, Daniel Shearer.
It looks like we have a flag on the play and a Country Day player down as well.
They're going to mark the ball down. Looks to be right at the 40. Country Day will have it 1st and 10 on their own 40, but we'll see about the penalty and the injured player.
I'll definitely say that's one thing I do not miss about coaching is watching kids get hurt. Most of them, of course, are minor injuries, but it's part of the game, but an unfortunate one.
The flag is on that far side, right near the down marker. It is going to be a holding call against Country Day. Now, this probably came after the interception, so it's not going to change the turnover, but it will change Country Day's spot on the field where they begin this next drive. Well, Country Day's going to have it deeper in their own territory. Looks to be almost on their own 20, and they begin this drive after the interception. That penalty ended up taking away about a good 20 yards plus. And the handoff goes to Shearer. He's got some room up the middle and a nice tackle from behind. Starting that one off is once again Diallo Keaton, who had a fumble recovery earlier, and he made a nice tackle there to hold Shearer to only about a yard gain of that.
Diallo Keaton with the tackle.
Well, Diallo's a big, tall, lanky kid with a great reach. He's going to make a lot of plays like that, getting his hands in there and grabbing claws.
Shearholes throws in the flat near side. They blow the play dead as there is a penalty against Country Day. Might have been a false start.
Timeout Festus.
Timeout actually taken by Festus before that. See if we can get a couple of. And now Greg Westermeyer.
Right, good people all, and they're winning ball games, and they certainly deserve it.
Back from the timeout. It is second down and about 9. Shearholes back to pass. He's going to swing it to the near side. Going to be a catch and run here for Shearer. Breaks a couple of tackles, brings it across the 30 down near the 35. That'll be a first down gain. This little catch and run to the near side.
Tackle by number 21.
That was well set up, and they had that tackle out in front of that receiver. Jordan Ruppin did a nice job there. Although it was a big gain, he denied him the sideline and turned him in where he had 10 teammates to help him out. Well played, well disciplined play by the corner.
First down and 10 from the 37-yard line, and there is a handoff to the right side, and Festus greets him in the backfield, and not much gain there.
Johnson with the carry.
That was Johnson getting the touch that time around, and he didn't get very far. He gets up to about the 36-yard line.
I'll say this about Festus. Seems like about every time that Country Day is really going to get the momentum and try to put a nail in the coffin, the kids step up and deny that. These kids got some character.
Fox now on top 30-12 in the third quarter. Second down and about 7 here. Rolling out. Shearholes brings it to the near side. Catch is made. Nice grab, and then upended immediately was the ball carrier.
Well,
that was a hole carry. Man.
There wasn't many places he could put it where that kid could catch it, and quarterback placed a nice ball.
Another first down as well. It'll be first and 10 Country Day on their own 49. That was a nice catch, too. After he kind of got his feet taken out from underneath him, he was still able to hang on to the football.
Right.
2 receivers off to the right side, 1 to the left. Shearholes, once again, hands off to Johnson. Up the middle, he's got room to the right side, cuts it back inside. Still on his feet, finally brought down. He's brought down hard, but not before a solid pickup of about 16 yards. He's brought down at the 36-yard line in Festus territory.
Well, that's what you like to see out of a good back like that. One that gets hit and just keeps his feet going. And, Johnson from Country Day there, he had his mind made up. He was going to get in that doggone end zone. Didn't happen, but boy, the effort was there.
I don't know how many tackles he broke. I mean, the yards after contact for him in this game have got to be tremendous.
Yeah.
Pass almost picked off. A pass into the flat near side. Festus had it timed out pretty good, but incomplete. Mike Fry going for the pick, and he just missed it.
I don't know if they had him on a blitz there or if he read it that well, but either way, it was a nice play. He was a frog hair away from making a real big play for Festus.
Grandview, by the way, leading Chaffee 6-0. Grandview trying to end a 35-game losing streak, and they have a lead. Looks to be close to the fourth quarter over Chaffee. Nope, somebody moved on the Country Day line. That is in the fourth quarter now that Chaffee is trailing to Grandview. The Grandview Eagles have a shot at their first win since 2005.
Isn't that something? For those kids' sake, I sure hope they pull one off.
Second down and 15 here after that penalty. And Country Day is pushed back 5 yards after the illegal procedure penalty. Shearholes back to pass, looks across the middle, and now he's going to scramble out of the pocket, and he's not going to go far. Brought down in the backfield. 2 guys in there on that tackle, including Chris Cage. And number 59, I think that's Kahari Kinder. And Kinder's wearing 59. He's listed on the program at 55, but at least we were able to figure that one out.
We'll figure it out. That was the old proverbial covered sack. Nice job by the Festus secondary.
Definitely. Not much of a loss, but he didn't gain a thing on that. It's 3rd and 15. Shearhole's looking to throw down the right sideline, and he overshoots his target, almost run down by Stevenson, but it's going to fall incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
That was a miscommunication there on behalf of the Country Day Rams. The receiver was running a deep hook, quarterback was throwing the go route. Hard to say who was in error there, but definitely a miscommunication. Festus holds. Got 4th and long. First punt we've seen in a while.
Definitely. John Valentine does the punting, the very fine defensive end and offensive lineman for Country Day. He's back to let it go. He is standing back at his own 45. Back deep, Ruffin and Stevenson, I believe. High end-over-end kick goes to the far sideline and out of bounds. Good job of pinning Festus somewhat deep in their own territory. No return for Festus. See where they mark this football. Seckman now up 41-6 on Hillsborough. As we continue to get some updates here, they're starting to pour it on. That one in the 4th quarter yet?
I don't know.
It's got to be close.
Well, with Seckman in the spread, these things can go on all night long.
Looks like Festus is pinned at their own 12-yard line to begin this drive. Down 19-10. Crump's going to keep himself running off left tackle. A little bit of room there. Runs to the far sideline. He's going to pick up a few yards. Keeping it himself. This is one of those games, too, where, this game certainly tests your mettle, but it's really hard to determine what kind of a team you are, even if you lose a game like this, because Country Day just reloads year after year, and, let's face it, they're a private school that's known for their football program. They get good kids there.
Right.
So it's always kind of tough to really gauge yourself after a game like this, and usually if you keep this one close, you got to feel pretty good about yourself.
Yeah, when Country Day's really, really down, they might do something unthinkable like go 7-3.
Yeah. Up the middle, Festus keeps it again. It's Crump and doesn't go very far. He gets hit pretty much right at the line of scrimmage. Well, he actually does pick up a couple of yards. It's going to be about 3rd and 4 after that last run. Festus trying to get themselves a little bit of room from the end zone. But they also have a good shot at this 3rd and 4 play to pick up a fresh set.
Certainly be beneficial to them at this point.
This might be the last play of the quarter as the clock winds down to about 15 seconds. Crump out of the gun. Pitches near side. Ruffin lost the football and then picks it back up, but is tackled in the backfield.
All right, on that quick pitch, you got to belly back a little bit there. It's if you drop that one there, you could almost call that one a forward pass.
Plunk Piper was in there once again to make another big tackle, and loss of maybe 2 on the play, but Festus didn't give up the football on the fumble, and that ends the 3rd quarter. As we go to the 4th, it is Festus trailing 19-10 to the Country Day Rams. Back in 60 seconds for the start of the 4th, next on KJFF.
The teachers' doors are always open.
Faculty commitment.
What I like the best is just the overall enthusiasm that the teachers have.
The faculty understands our students.
Jefferson College has a very comprehensive education.
Just being part of Jefferson College is like my second family.
Top quality education.
I'm Rachel Schrage.
I'm Jose Soloria.
I'm Della Selman.
I'm Shayna Payton, and I discovered my future at Jefferson College.
Number 26, Keith Harbison with a return for MICDS. Tackled by number 82, Diallo Keaton.
And a very short line drive punt is returned by Country Day from the Festus 48-yard line all the way down inside the 30 to about the 25-yard line. A good return, and boy, very short field for Country Day to work with after that punt that did not work out very well.
And again, we find Festus here in a situation where they've got to keep Country Day out of the end zone in this possession.
19-10, Country Day on top. They have excellent field position on the Festus 25. Inside handoff to Shearer. He gets free. Now he's coming to the near side, breaks several tackles. He will score. 25-yard scamper by Michael Shearer. And Country Day has increased the lead here in the fourth quarter. He just found enough room to skip through a couple of tacklers and then off to the races. On the very first play, or the second play of the entire fourth quarter, Country Day finds the end zone again. Here's the extra point attempt. Line drive kick. Moves off to the left side, but it got through the uprights. It is good. 25-10, Country Day now leading Festus with 11:40 to play. We'll be back in 60 seconds for the kickoff next on KJF. 26-10 is our score. I mentioned it was 25-10. That was prior to the extra point. It's actually 26-10. Country Day leading Festus. A kick is going to be returned by one of the up men for the Tigers. Coming near side, Stevenson tripped up at the 30-yard line, brought down at the 31. Festus now finds themselves in a big hole. You're down basically by 2+ scores.
Yeah, this is a tough call here. You know, they're going to have to play as hard as they can. They might need to break from 2.
Tigers need to get something rolling on offense. They've only found the end zone once with a touchdown and then a field goal. They just have not been able to find that consistency up and down with both the passing game and the running game. Country Day seems to find a way to come up with a big play to shut down the Festus run.
You know, here you're dealing with a situation, you got a new offensive coordinator in his first year, and you know, it's going to take the kids a few weeks, so, in game situations to really get this thing tied together. That's just to be expected, but I think for the time they've had, they're doing a pretty nice job.
And there's another bad snap picked up way in the backfield by Ruffin. Ruffin looking to pass, throws, and it's incomplete. Far side trying to get it to number 12 is a receiver, Justin Amsden. Ruffin in at quarterback on that particular snap. Crump was lined up as the tailback.
I'm only speculating, but maybe a halfback pass kind of a situation out of there. If I were a betting man, that's what I'd go with, but I'm not, so only they know.
Is there a flag on the play on this?
They're going to call a legal man downfield. Ruffin tried to throw the ball. We had linemen all over the place, so they'll be penalized for that as well.
That may have actually worked out a little bit better than if he had gotten tackled in the backfield from where he picked up the football after the bad snap.
That's true, because he was awfully deep.
A 5-yard loss is probably better than a 15-yard loss.
Right.
So it's first and 15 from the 27. Crump looking to throw. Right side, finds a man, hit in the backfield, and then finally brought down. Boy, he took a shot as soon as he caught that football. Good job of hanging on to it. That was Stevenson, but he didn't get much on the play. He actually got up to about the original line of scrimmage, not quite. A little bit shy of that, only about a 3-yard reception there for Cord Stevenson. Second down and 12. Festus needing another big play. See if they might try their hand at finding Cody Roberts out there once more. Roberts lined up as the tight end on the near side. Crump gets the snap. He pitches right, finding Xavier Ruffin. Breaks up a few tackles and rumbles ahead.
Well, he does run hard, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Xavier getting a few, runs a lot like his brother Jordan. Of course, the two of them are identical, not only in appearance, but in size, too.
Both fine young men.
They work hard, very athletic, and they love playing their sports.
They do indeed, and like I said, both of them are banged up tonight and playing tenderly, but you would know by watching them.
Third down and about 9. Big third down attempt coming up here for Festus. And a timeout's going to be called by Country Day. With 9:52 to play the ball game, MICDS calls the timeout. Festus down 26-10 to the Country Day Rams. We will take a break. Third down and 9. Back to pass is Crump, looking to the near side, has to let it go. Across the middle, downfield, the ball tipped again, and incomplete. Trying to get it to Cody Roberts. By the time that ball was touched for the first time, there were 3 defenders there, and that ball was nearly picked off.
Yeah, but again, you know, those kids from Country Day, their technique on the receiver is beautiful, turning into them, giving them a little as much pressure as they can get away with, and he's still almost coming up with it. Just it goes over the top of those little cornerbacks, and he could be a real threat.
So now it's 4th down and 9. Festus has no choice but to punt the football. No choice but to get rid of it. 9:44 remaining in this one.
Yeah, time becomes a factor now. We're looking at 2 touchdowns, including two-point conversions to tie it up, and that's going to be a tough call.
Queen once again will punt the football away, coming off a very poor punt last time. This one's going to be short as well, but it does take a bit of a Festus bounce at the 45-yard line in Country Day territory and rolls out at the 40. Well, this is basically do or die for the Festus defense. You have to hold them here if you want any shot. When you look at that clock, you just got to figure if you do a good job here, you can get it back in a couple of minutes. But if they score and drown out a lot, take a lot of time off the clock here, it's really going to be a insurmountable situation.
Right, the road is tough enough to hoe already without adding insult to injury. They're going to have a great series here.
Shearholes out of the gun once again, gets the snap, hands off to Johnson coming to the near side, cuts it up the middle, now trying to get to the sideline, into Festus territory, down to the 30-yard line, brought down, slides to the 25. They'll mark him out at the 28-yard line in Festus territory. What a great job. He almost broke that for a score. Ball right now on the 28-yard line of Festus. And Shearholes gets the snap, delayed handoff up the middle, and boy, nowhere to go there. I don't think that was Johnson who got the ball that time. I think Country Day may have brought in one of their more inexperienced kids, and that didn't work out at all. That was number 26, Keith Harbison getting the chance, and he lost 2 yards.
Yeah, to his defense, there wasn't a whole lot to work with there. They had it plugged up pretty nicely.
You could see Festus was really pushing a 5-man front there with a couple of blitzing linebackers too.
I've often wondered watching these spread teams how they teach these kids to run block out of that 2-point stance. Seems like it'd be difficult to me.
Now it's 2nd down and 12. Shearholes looks to the sideline, and we're going to get a timeout. They're having their hands full tonight a little bit with Brentwood, but it's still a pretty close game at last year. Country Day looking to throw, quick pass in the flat, and it's incomplete, dropped by Johnson.
I'll tell you what, they had a nice call there, just a little swing pass out of the backfield. Festus is bringing the house, trying to make something happen, and they're in the position where they have to. Unfortunately for Country Day, the kid just dropped the football.
3rd down and 12 after the drop pass. And the Rams continue with a 3rd down attempt coming up here. Conversion attempt for the Rams of Country Days. They lead this one by 16, 26-10. Shearholes out of the shotgun, rolls to the left side, trying to make something happen, looking for some room, and he's going to get upended at the original line of scrimmage. Picked up a couple of yards, but it's still going to be 3rd and long, or 4th and long coming up. And we'll see what they decide to do this time around. 43-6 now. It is Seckman on top of Hillsboro. That in the fourth, that's a final. Okay. Final score in that one. Seckman, who went 0-10 a year ago, starts off the 2009 season with a 43-6 win over Hillsboro. On fourth down, looks like the Rams are going to go for it. Not to try to rub it in, but the fact there's no reason on trying to punt. And now we're going to get a flag in from the far sideline right as the snap took place, which probably indicates somebody from Country Day moved too soon.
For a pretty clean first half as far as penalty goes, these officials have been busy the second half.
Definitely. We've seen more flags the second half. You know, a lot of it probably has to do a lot with conditioning for the kids. You get a little bit tired, and
sure,
your reaction is not as good.
Sure, just yeah, you know, the fatigue will cause you to lose focus, and I think we're seeing that a little bit on both sides.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty, so now it's 4th and 15. And another flag comes in from the far side. Somebody line up offside.
I'm having a hard time figuring out what they found wrong from this angle.
It's going to be another illegal procedure against Country Day.
So we're looking at 4th and 20, and now we're going to punt.
Well, they have more room to work with.
That's yeah, valid point.
See what happens this time around. Is Ruffin is on the bench with the cramps.
Yeah, I certainly hope that's all it is. It looked like he was holding his hamstring a little bit, which could be a cramp.
Looks like they have Stevenson and Walker back deep. Not Walker, I'm sorry, Amsden, Justin Amsden. So they are back deep to return the kick. And a very high end-over-end kick. We'll take a bounce near the 10 and roll near the end zone. It will skip in, yes.
I'll tell you, they just about killed it on the 1 there. Real close.
Came a little bit close to certainly downing that there, which would have been certainly a good job special teams-wise for Country Day, but it's a disaster for Festus.
Hold on, looks like they are spotting it there on about the 2.
Really? Well, this is certainly going to make it difficult. Festus will be pinned extremely deep. And, yeah, looks like they're going to put it at about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, this is an offensive coordinator's worst nightmare when you're lining up with your own backs in the end zone.
Yes, when you have a spread offense being this deep, it is a scary situation. See if Country Day tries to bring the house.
And it would be a bad snap here would be a disaster.
And snaps have been problematic throughout the game. Now we see Crump under center.
Right.
And a handoff to Xavier Ruffin, and he's going to get a little bit of room. Brings it across the 5-yard line and up near the 10, actually. So he picks up some positive yards. He's very close to the 10. That's about 7 yards on the pickup. And second and about 3. Xavier now going to get perhaps the bulk of the carries when Festus has to run the ball with Jordan out with the injury. Now Festus will keep it under center too.
Unbalanced line.
We saw that earlier in the game.
Good.
Ruffin gets the carry coming near side, trying to look for some seams up the middle, and he will get first down yardage. As he's brought down near the 13-yard line. He probably has the first down. And he will. Clock now is your biggest enemy, not only the 16-point deficit, but only 6 minutes, 20 seconds, and now counting left in the game. Right now, Festus probably just looking for a little consistency, try to improve on some things, knowing that the deficit's going to be tough the rest of the way. Crump under center. Again, that unbalanced line. And the give is to Ruffin, off right tackle. He's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped. Coming in out of that middle linebacker spot once again is Blunt Piper.
Well, he's played a football game, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He's probably got at least 10 tackles and
And the tackles he made, he's had some eye poppers.
I think he may have gotten a sack in there at some point, I don't know, but a couple of tackles for losses, that's for sure. Going to be 2nd and 12 after the 2-yard loss.
I wouldn't be surprised to try to see him get the ball to Cody Roberts here again.
He's looking to pass the near side. Gets it over the middle to Stevenson. Did he drop the football or did he hang on?
Incomplete.
No good. Incomplete brings up 3rd down and 12 with 5:11 remaining in this one. Country Day leads it 26-10. This was only a 3-point game at the half of 13-10, and Country Day found the end zone a couple of times in the second half. Festus has been unable to get their offense really on track. And defensively, they've done a lot of nice things tonight, but they just got wore down a little bit.
And again, you wonder how much that no huddle has an effect, especially early in the season. They just keep running plays and running plays and running plays. You don't get to come up for air.
Back to pass again is Crump, flushed out of the pocket to the near side. Looking for a man open, heaves it downfield, and a great catch made for a 1st down near side. That one is hauled in by Stevenson.
Excellent job by Cord coming down with that one. Had to come back to the quarterback once he was flushed out of the pocket. Made a grab under duress. Nice play.
1st and 10 for Festus as they have it now on their own 29-yard line. That was good for about 16 yards and a 1st down on that last pass catch. Crump takes the snap, looking to the right, pass in the flat again, tipped and incomplete. Tipped by the intended receiver. Jordan Ruffin couldn't get enough on that to try to haul it in. He could only get one hand on that pass.
If nothing else, nice to see him back out there, and
the
hamstring was wrong with a cramp.
Pujols just hit a walk-off home run of the night.
The Cardinals just won on the walk-off. St. Louis Cardinals were at home tonight, as a matter of fact. 4:43 to play in this one. The clock stopped after that incomplete pass. 26-10. Festus down to Country Day.
No backs. Empty backfield.
5 receivers. Crump's going to try to run it, and he doesn't go very far up the middle, maybe a yard. Now to bring up 3rd down in about 9.
Sean Crump with the keeper.
And the clock continues to run.
Tackled by number 51, John Valentine.
At the end of the broadcast, we'll be joining In Zone 2009. All the coaches' interviews and highlights throughout the evening will be coming your way. Festus lines up out of the gun once again. One man in the backfield, that's Maddox, along with Crump. They fake the handoff. Crump now back to throw, rolling out to the right, throws, and incomplete. That one intended for Cody Roberts, but he didn't get enough on it. And now it's going to bring up 4th down in about 9. The clock stops with 3:57 left.
Cody Roberts is one of those players that the opposition, they're going to have their eyes on him every week. He's a player you're going to have to reckon with.
Got a final. Windsor defeats Lutheran South 28-7. So the Owls start off with a victory on the road. Festus brings out their special teams as they will have to punt the football away on this 4th and 9 play coming up. 3:57 remaining. Theodoro, among others, back deep.
And they're just going to let this one roll. Not risk someone touching the ball. And
Queen gets off a good punt, too. Rolls inside the 30 down near the 20-yard line in Festus territory, or in Country Day territory, actually. 3:48 left. Country Day will get the football. Probably going to be somewhat conservative to try to just work the time off the clock.
Nick Queen can punt the football. He's a lineman. It always concerned me. I remember having Justin Gregory at Windsor, who was a big old lineman who could punt the football. I just would always have nightmares about the snap going over his head and seeing those big linemen running around there trying to scoop those things up.
But there's one thing that did hamper the Festus Tigers tonight. It's probably been their snaps.
It didn't help many, but they're playing a heck of a ball club, and they have a way of making you look bad sometimes.
A couple of bad snaps. We're even seeing some bad snaps on Country Day's side, too.
Absolutely.
Hand off to the near side. A little bit of room here for the ball carrier. Up the right sideline, near midfield. He's pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line, near the 45. That again was Harbison, who we saw got a run earlier in this ball game.
That was a nice run. That one was designed to go in the C gap, and he saw it close up there, then peeked inside a little bit and dipped it outside and hit the sidelines. Good vision.
Marked out of bounds at the 43. 1st and 10 Country Day. The clock stopping at 3:38 after he got the first down run. Clock stops when they move the chains. Ball was out of bounds. He ran out of bounds, as a matter of fact. Backup quarterback in there as well. Handoff to the left side on what looked to be somewhat of a sweep play, and then a nice ankle tackle by the Festus defenders. That was Taylor Smith getting the run that time for the Rams. Brings it up to the 49-yard line. Pickup of about 6 yards. Backup quarterback is Thomas Militello. We did see him play a little bit in the first half.
Holding against MICDS.
Flag on the play. It's a holding call against the Rams. That'll bring back the run by Smith. I'll tell you, Country Day has a schedule that is not always very easy, that's for sure. Lutheran South next week, but then you got a host of playoff teams from the previous season. And John Burroughs, Principia, Priory, Lutheran North, and then a very dangerous district schedule with Westminster, Duchesne, and St. Charles.
Yeah, that ABC league has always been tough, as long as I can remember. You know, I'm showing my age, but I remember one time in the early 80s, I think Lutheran South went to the Final Four in Class 4. Country Day won the Class 3, and it was either Priory or Burroughs won the Class 2, all out of the same conference.
That says a lot.
It does.
1st and 15 after the penalty. 3:27 to play in the ball game. 26-10, Country Day leads over Festus. Hand off to the near side. It's Harbison again, trying for some room. He's going to be hitting the backfield. Still moving forward. Finally brought down. He does take a loss of maybe a couple of yards.
Well, Fry about had him there. He really strung that play out nicely and made that back stretch it until the posse could arrive. A good hustle.
It's going to be 2nd down at about 12, so he did actually pick up a couple. But it could have been a big loss.
And I'm sure those coaches from Country Day are telling those backs to quit running out of bounds. You know, keep that clock rolling.
Yeah, it's happened several times now.
Yeah.
Out of the shotgun, ready to take the snap, rolling out to the left side as the backup quarterback pass downfield is caught, but then stepping immediately out of bounds after making the catch was the receiver, number 3, Corbin Nichols.
Thomas Militello.
Militello completing that pass, but could have gone for a lot more. And again, they caught the ball and went out of bounds, so it stops the clock.
Right.
Number 3, Corbin Nichols.
3rd down and about 5 here for Country Day. Clock stops with 3:11 to go. Looking to throw again is the Country Day quarterback. Throws incomplete to the near side, trying to get it to Jack Howell. Incomplete at the 45-yard line, and again the clock stops.
Right, you know, and I'm wondering, you know, why they're not keeping it in bounds and running it and going home when they're up by 16 points with 3 minutes to go.
Militello throws it incomplete, clock stops, and also brings up 4th down. So not only that, but you got to get rid of the football.
It'd be nice to see the Tigers get one in here before the end of the game, just for pride, a little momentum, and just know that they played as hard as they could for the full 48 minutes.
Valentine again will let it fly as he stands back at the 35-yard line, moves up as he lets the kick go, which is a pretty decent kick, and it'll be taken by Stevenson at the 10. Stevenson to the far sideline. Flag down as he gets pushed out of bounds.
27, Coach Stevenson with the return. There is a flag in the play.
Flag was in the backfield of Festus on the return.
It looks like in the area of holding or clipping, although I didn't see it.
Let's see what the call's going to be.
I'm not going to second guess it. I'm 100 yards away. My glasses prescription's bad anyway, so we'll find out here.
And it's going to be, is that a face mask? I guess a hold, actually. It almost looked like he tugged it on making it look like it was a face mask play.
No, I think we got holding against the Tigers. So again, back, near their own end zone. Face mask.
Yeah. Personal foul face mask penalty against Festus.
Right.
Usually it's always the defense that gets called for the face mask penalties, not the offense. In
that's a
this
rare
case,
one.
the receiving team on special teams.
I can remember seeing it one time, Harold Dreemeyer running down the sideline here in front of us and grabbing a defensive back by the face mask and twisting his head around as he carried the football.
That's a little bit more than your normal stiff arm.
A little too much, but we did have fun watching it on film.
Did he get penalized for that?
Absolutely. I said a face mask penalty on the runner, you got to be kidding me.
But he did that.
The officials were in the right.
Crump had nowhere to go as he got the snap in the backfield and tried to move forward with the football, but lost several yards. Ball all the way back now to about the 3-yard line. First off, from the penalty, the ball was moved to about the 6. Now he's back to about the 3 or the 2-yard line. Backed up near his end zone with 2.5 minutes to go, and the clock finally starts running.
Speaking of Harold Dreemeyer, he was a fine back for us. Had about 1,800 yards his senior year. Now coaches on the lower levels here at Festus.
That's right. Saw that. He's on the 8th grade staff.
I'm sure he'll be a very valuable commodity in the years to come.
Festus with that unbalanced formation once again in the backfield. The give is to Jordan, or Xavier Ruffin, and he gets brought down hard. He was slowed up by one player, and then the other defender comes in and almost takes his head off.
He was pursued by the backside coming down the D-line and had him on the cutback.
Minute 40 remaining in the football game as Festus looks at 3rd and long. It's 3rd and about 13. Xavier Ruffin only about a yard on that last carry. I want to remind everybody as well, there was an outdoor dance, back-to-school dance that was scheduled for tonight at Festus. And because of some of the light rain we've got, they have canceled that for tonight. So high school outdoor dance here at Festus, celebrating back to school, unfortunately canceled for tonight. Handoff off the right tackle, a couple of yards there by Ruffin. Picks up about 6, and now it's 4th and about 8 yards coming up. Guys, we may be going right into end zone after this, so I got a feeling that Stewart may not get that last update in because we're going to be joining end zone right off the bat. On 4th and long, Festus punts the football away, which will take a Country Day bounce at the 45-yard line and down at the 44, actually the 46. And that's where Country Day will have the football for 23 seconds.
I imagine we'll just see a knee here and call it an evening, but both teams did play hard. It's typical week 1 game. There's some edges to smooth out, but both of them have a lot to look forward to, I think.
I certainly think so. I think this is one of those games where if you're Festus, you look at it as, it is a loss, but a lot of positives can be pulled from this, especially when you're playing a caliber opponent like the Rams.
Absolutely, and like I said, we referred to this a few times, but Festus really showed some character in some situations where they had to. Just got outgunned a little bit here and there, and it cost them a ball game, but there's a lot to look forward to.
Got several finals as Country Day takes a knee, and that is going to end the football game as the remaining 15 seconds will roll down. And just a few other scores to pass along. 58-12, Fox all over DeSoto in the end. It was Seckman 43-6 over Hillsboro. Windsor 28-7 over Lutheran South, and Brentwood upends Crystal City 40-14. Our final here in the KJFF game of the week, 26-10. Country Day defeats the Festus Tigers.